Justin Trudeau and the Liberals promised Canadians a safer, more regulated society through cannabis legalization. What we got instead was a transnational narco network, fueled by loopholes, fraud, and the exploitation of Health Canada's own licensing system, now deeply rooted across rural Ontario and beyond. And much of it, according to law enforcement and investigative reports, is tied to Chinese criminal syndicates with links back to the Chinese Communist Party. Recent RCMP charges against 6 individuals in Milton, Ontario have unveiled just one node in a sprawling criminal web. The suspects used stolen identities to secure Health Canada licenses, employed illegal Chinese migrants as live-in workers, and laundered millions through Canadian banks. Police say the cannabis was bound for the US, Hong Kong, and potentially Europe, effectively weaponizing Canada's legalization regime into a global smuggling pipeline. This isn't an isolated incident. Similar black market grow-ops have exploded across Ontario and British Columbia, from the Thousand Islands to Scarborough. Back in 2020, Project Woolwich exposed $42 million in illegal cannabis smuggling and seized over $3 million in multi-currency cash: Canadian, American, Chinese, and Korean. And in the US, related busts from Oklahoma to Maine show that the Chinese mafia groups are using legal cover to traffic tens of thousands of pounds of marijuana alongside fentanyl, ketamine, and other synthetic drugs. The epicenter of this boom has been Ontario farmland, cheap, remote, and now riddled with grow-ops tied to shell companies and fraudulent mortgages. Experts and law enforcement have been sounding the alarm for years, but the Liberal government has done little to close the regulatory loopholes that are now blatantly exploited by transnational crime. Health Canada's licensing system under the Cannabis Act has become a Trojan horse. What was sold to the public as progressive drug policy has been repurposed into a pipeline for organized crime, one with direct ties to hostile foreign interests. The consequences? A multi-billion-dollar black market, human trafficking, money laundering, and Canada's complicity, whether through incompetence or willful blindness, in facilitating CCP-backed drug empires on both sides of the border. This isn't about weed anymore. It's about national security.